Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the English Podcast. I'm Mike, and I'm thrilled to have you with us today. Whether you're relaxing at home, driving, or taking a stroll, we hope this podcast will assist in improving your English skills.
I'm Lisa, and today's episode is all about a vital topic: English for job interviews. Interviews are a critical step in the job application process and can be quite nerve-wracking. But with the right preparation, you can excel.
Interviews can be scary, especially if English isn't your first language. The questions can be hard, and you might feel nervous. But don't worry. We're here to help you prepare and feel more confident. We'll go over common questions, useful phrases, and tips to make a great impression.
Exactly, Mike. By the end of this podcast, you'll be equipped with strategies for interview preparation, key vocabulary, and ways to leave a memorable impression. We'll break down each step of the interview process and offer practical advice you can use immediately. We'll also do a role-playing exercise to demonstrate how to tackle various types of questions. This will help you understand what to expect and how to respond effectively.
And we want to make this interactive. If you have any questions or need additional tips, don't hesitate to reach out. We love hearing from our listeners and assisting you in your success. Let's dive in.
First, we'll discuss what a job interview is and why it's so important. Then we'll cover how to prepare for an interview, including researching the company and practicing your answers. After that, we'll go over key vocabulary and phrases to use during the interview. Finally, we'll give you tips on how to make a great impression and what to do after the interview. It's going to be a packed episode, so grab a notebook and pen and let's get started. Remember, preparation is key to success. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel. And don't forget, it's okay to make mistakes. Every interview is a learning experience. Stay positive and keep improving.
Exactly. Let's start with understanding what a job interview is and its significance. So, what exactly is a job interview, Lisa?
A job interview is a formal meeting between you and a potential employer. It's a chance for them to learn more about your skills, experience, and personality to see if you're the right fit for the job and the company. It's also an opportunity for you to learn more about the company and the role to determine if it aligns with your career goals and interests.
That's right, Lisa. Job interviews are a crucial part of the hiring process. They allow both the employer and the candidate to evaluate each other. Employers use interviews to assess a candidate's qualifications, communication skills, and overall suitability for the role. Meanwhile, candidates can use this opportunity to showcase their strengths and ask questions about the job and the company.
Exactly, Mike. There are different types of job interviews, each with its unique set of challenges and benefits. The most common types are in-person interviews, phone interviews, and video interviews. Let's discuss each one briefly.
Sure. In-person interviews are the traditional format where you meet face-to-face with the interviewer. This allows for direct communication and interaction. You can read the interviewer's body language and facial expressions, which can help you adjust your responses accordingly. However, in-person interviews require punctuality and thorough preparation since first impressions are crucial.
Yes, in-person interviews can be very beneficial because you can build a personal connection with the interviewer. Next, we have phone interviews. These are often used as an initial screening step before an in-person meeting. Phone interviews are convenient because they can be done from anywhere, but they require strong verbal communication skills since you can't rely on visual cues.
That's a good point, Lisa. In phone interviews, it's important to speak clearly and confidently. Make sure you have a quiet place for the call and keep your resume and notes handy for reference. Now, let's talk about video interviews.
Video interviews have become increasingly popular, especially with the rise of remote work. They combine elements of both in-person and phone interviews. You can see the interviewer, which helps with communication, but you also need to be mindful of your surroundings and technology. Ensure your internet connection is stable, your background is tidy, and you're dressed professionally. It's also important to test your equipment beforehand to avoid technical issues during the interview.
Regardless of the interview type, there are some common questions you're likely to encounter. These questions are designed to assess your qualifications, experience, and fit for the role.
Yes, some common questions include, tell me about yourself. Why do you want to work here? And what are your strengths and weaknesses? These questions can be challenging, but with proper preparation, you can answer them confidently and effectively. Today, we'll focus on how to prepare for these common questions, regardless of the interview type. We'll provide tips on structuring your answers and highlighting your skills and experience. Remember, preparation is key. The more you practice, the more comfortable and confident you'll feel during the actual interview.
Absolutely. Preparing for an interview involves researching the company, reviewing the job description, and practicing your answers to common questions. It's also important to think about questions you want to ask the interviewer, which shows your interest in the role and that you've done your homework. Don't forget to prepare your documents. Have copies of your resume, cover letter, and any other relevant materials ready. Whether it's an in-person, phone, or video interview, being well prepared will help you make a positive impression.
Great advice, Mike. Now let's move on to preparing for an interview in detail. First, you need to research the company. Mike, why is this important?
Knowing about the company shows that you're interested and serious about the job. Employers appreciate candidates who take the time to learn about their organization. It demonstrates that you're proactive and genuinely interested in the position. You can find a wealth of information on the company's website, including their mission, values, and recent news. Checking out their social media profiles can also give you insight into their culture and latest updates.
Absolutely, Mike. Researching the company helps you tailor your answers to show how your skills and experiences align with the company's needs. It also allows you to ask informed questions during the interview, which can leave a positive impression on the interviewer. For example, you could mention a recent project the company completed and express your enthusiasm about it.
That's a great point, Lisa. In addition to researching the company, it's crucial to review the job description thoroughly. The job description outlines the skills, qualifications, and experience the employer is looking for. By understanding these requirements, you can highlight the most relevant aspects of your background in your responses.
Exactly. The job description is like a roadmap. It helps you understand what the employer is seeking and allows you to prepare examples from your past experience that match these requirements. Look for keywords in the job description and think about how you can incorporate them into your answers. For instance, if the job requires strong project management skills, be ready to discuss a time when you successfully managed a project.
Yes. And let's not forget the importance of practicing your answers. Practicing helps you articulate your thoughts clearly and confidently. One effective method is to record yourself answering common interview questions. Listening to the playback can help you identify areas for improvement, such as speaking too quickly or using filler words like or Practicing with a friend or family member can also be beneficial. They can provide feedback and help you get comfortable with the interview format. You can even try mock interviews with multiple people to get a variety of perspectives. The more you practice, the more natural your answers will feel during the actual interview.
Another key aspect of preparation is planning your attire. Dress professionally, even if the interview is via video call. Your appearance can significantly impact the first impression you make. Ensure your clothes are clean and neat and choose something that aligns with the company's dress code. If you're unsure, it's better to be slightly overdressed than underdressed.
That's true, Lisa. And for video interviews, pay attention to your surroundings. Choose a quiet, well-lit space with a neutral background. Test your internet connection, microphone, and camera beforehand to avoid technical issues during the interview. Make sure your device is fully charged or plugged in to prevent it from dying mid-interview. Additionally, prepare your documents. Have multiple copies of your resume, cover letter, and any other relevant materials ready for phone or video interviews. Keep these documents handy for quick reference. Having these materials organized and easily accessible can help you feel more confident and prepared.
And let's not forget the importance of a good night's sleep before the interview. Being well rested helps you stay focused and think clearly. Try to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep the night before your interview. Also, plan to arrive a few minutes early for an in-person interview, or be ready at your computer a few minutes before a video call.
One more tip is to prepare a few thoughtful questions to ask the interviewer. This shows that you are genuinely interested in the role and have done your research. Good questions can include inquiries about the company culture, the team you'll be working with, or the expectations for the first few months in the role.
That's a great tip, Mike. Asking questions not only demonstrates your interest, but also helps you determine if the job and company are a good fit for you. Make sure your questions are relevant and thoughtful. Avoid questions that can easily be answered by the company's website or that focus solely on salary and benefits. Instead, ask about the company's goals, the team's working style, or opportunities for professional growth.
Exactly. Now, let's discuss some common interview questions and how to approach them. One of the most frequently asked questions is, "Tell me about yourself." This question is your opportunity to provide a brief overview of your background, skills, and experiences. Keep your answer focused on your professional achievements and how they relate to the role you're applying for. Avoid going into personal details unless they're relevant to the job.
Another common question is, why do you want to work here? This question assesses your motivation and interest in the company. Your answer should reflect your research and enthusiasm for the company's mission and values. Mention specific aspects of the company that appeal to you and explain how your skills and experiences align with the company's goals.
Yes. And don't forget to prepare for questions about your strengths and weaknesses. For strengths, choose qualities that are relevant to the job and provide examples of how you've demonstrated these strengths in your previous work. For weaknesses, be honest but strategic. Mention a weakness that you're actively working to improve and provide an example of how you're addressing it. Avoid mentioning weaknesses that are critical to the role you're applying for.
That's great advice, Mike. One more common question is, describe a challenging situation you faced and how you handled it. This question aims to assess your problem-solving skills and ability to handle difficult situations. Use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, to structure your answer. Start by describing the situation, the task you needed to accomplish, the action you took, and the result of your efforts.
Exactly, Lisa. The STAR method is a fantastic way to provide clear and concise answers to behavioral questions. Practice using this method to structure your responses and make sure you cover all the key points.
Remember, interviews are also an opportunity for you to assess the company and determine if it's the right fit for you. Pay attention to the interviewer's responses and the company's culture. This will help you make an informed decision if you receive a job offer.
Absolutely. And after the interview, don't forget to send a thank you note or email. Express your appreciation for the opportunity to interview and reiterate your interest in the role. A well-written thank you note can leave a positive impression and reinforce your enthusiasm for the position.
That's a great tip, Mike. And finally, don't be discouraged if you don't get the job. Use each interview as a learning experience and an opportunity to improve. Keep practicing and preparing, and your confidence and skills will continue to grow.
Exactly, Lisa. Interviews can be challenging, but with the right preparation and mindset, you can increase your chances of success. We hope you found this episode helpful and that you feel more confident about your upcoming interviews.
Thank you for joining us today on the English Podcast. If you have any questions or need further assistance, feel free to reach out. We're here to help you succeed.
Thanks for listening and best of luck with your job interviews. See you next time.